Now, the last couple of months, I've covered a lot of different rumors on this channel, and all of them were intriguing to say the least. However, there's one game out there that has the best rumors by far. Super Mario 64. A game that became legendary in the 90s because it was almost perfect, even though it was the first time they ever tried to make a 3D title. And on the channel, I've already covered some stuff related to this game, like Waluigi being playable and the ability to ride on Yoshi. However, today we will be tackling the crown jewel, a rumor that is borderline ancient and has a wild history. And it's all about Luigi, Mario's brother. Was he really in the game? How do you unlock him? Is he better than Mario? And what did people find after years of searching? Well, today we will look into all of this, and believe me, it will be a crazy roller coaster ride. As soon as Super Mario 64 hit the scene, people started to speculate about a lot of things seen in the game. However, out of all the rumors, one of them became famous. And it focused on one thing, and one thing only. Can you unlock Luigi as a secret playable character in the game? That was the big question. It is one of the biggest rumors on the internet, but weirdly enough, there's only one piece of evidence supporting it, and it can be found at the Star Fountain in the courtyard of Peach's castle, all the way in the back. There you will find a statue that contains a plaque with small blurry characters that reportedly read, "L is real 2401, which supports the idea that Luigi exists in the game, although the inscription has also been said to read Eternal Star by many. But this interpretation does not prove the point as clearly, and sometimes people also see what they want to see, which is clearly the case here as well, at least to an extent. Now, after the discovery of this plaque, many theories regarding the meaning of the L is real 2401 message circulated, with a lot of them being about the number 2401, which hinted at the method of unlocking Luigi. And this is where the madness began. Some sort of witch hunt for the one way to finally play as Luigi in the game, and many people came up with supposed ways to unlock him, with some of them being insane, to say the least. For example, one of them involved running. A lot of running. Because according to this method, you had to do 2401 laps around the courtyard statue. After doing this, you would finally be able to unlock Luigi and play as him. But, as you could have predicted, this didn't work. But luckily enough, this wasn't the only one out there. Because another one you could try is this one. Collect every single coin in the game, because there are supposedly 2401 coins in total in Super Mario 64, so obviously that must have been it. Well, again and again, it yielded no results at all. And so people became more and more desperate, with some giving up completely. But then, a new competitor entered the arena. On November 13th, 1996, after receiving numerous fake explanations and controller input codes from fans, the gaming website IGN offered a $100 reward for an authentic method of unlocking Luigi in the game. Now this sparked interest once again, and so loads of people sent in their submissions, but sadly enough, none of them worked. And so they concluded that Luigi's inclusion in the game was simply a myth. Nintendo even acknowledged the rumor in an April Fool's feature in the April 1998 issue of Nintendo Power, which stated it would discuss the L is real 2401 message on the non-existent page of 128. And during the same year, a fan sent a letter to Nintendo of America asking about the message on the statue. And according to gameplay counselor Michael D. Chandler's response letter, the message has no actual meaning and was only added as a joke to trick players into thinking that it had a hidden meaning. So while there was renewed interest in this rumor, most people thought it was fake and nothing more than a hoax. And so, as expected, people started to create pictures and videos to fool people as soon as the internet became a thing for the average consumer. Some of these were even uploaded on YouTube, and one I could find had a very simple method. All you had to do is go to the back of the castle, and at that point you had to do 3 ground pounds on the star statue. After that you had to go inside the castle once again, and if you looked at your character you would see that you had turned into Luigi. But this isn't all. There were also others that were significantly more complex. forcing you to do all kinds of things in a certain order. For example, you had to punch the star above the plaque, beat certain levels in the game, defeat specific enemies, and way more. But again, none of these did anything, to be honest. So sadly enough, YouTube didn't yield any good results. However, the internet wasn't just flooded with videos. Some websites also joined in on the fun. One good example of this was seen on April 1st, 2000, because a user named Hairball published several fake screenshots onto the blog site Super Mario 128 Central with their own explanation, claiming that Luigi would also unlock a co-op gameplay mode. And when this was released, everyone once again thought it was a lie, and that none of this was even real. But was this really the case? Well, let's say that things started to change from this point onward in favor of the rumor, because post-release interviews for the game would reveal that the developers had initially planned to include a cooperative multiplayer mode featuring Luigi. And the most shocking thing is that the early prototypes even allowed players to run around in a large space simultaneously. But this feature had to be cut due to hardware limitations, so the rumor finally got some real facts backing it up. But that would be it, right? Well, no, not at all. Because from this point onward, a brand new chapter started for the L is real rumor. Because eventually, Luigi was turned into a playable character in the remake of the original game, Super Mario 64 DS. And during this time, while people were celebrating the fact that Luigi was finally in Super Mario 64, fans found something else. There was also a large-scale asset leak of pre-released Nintendo games, and here they struck gold. A prototype model of Luigi in Super Mario 64 was found and assembled on July 25th, 2020, 24 years and 1 month after the game was released. And as you could have noticed by now, that comes down to 24 plus 1. So it was literally perfect. Almost like God planned this all along, and now the prophecy would finally come true. And using the leaked data, people were able to restore Luigi and put him in Super Mario 64 where he belongs. And so, while a mod was needed once again, it did make Luigi in Super Mario 64 a reality. And you even have normal ROMs of the game out there that have the mod built in. So clearly, while there are rumors out there that seem fake, things can always change in time when people are still digging deeper. And this rumor is 100% real. But this isn't the only one of its kind. There are many others out there. For example, one on a hidden world that's seen in the first Super Mario Bros. Game, or Wario being in Super Mario 64, which I also covered on my channel. So go check it out by clicking on the screen right now, or in the upper right corner. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe, bell button, comment, all the good stuff. Help me out. If you have any video ideas or whatever, then let me know. I had to do L is Real, as you can imagine. It's classic. But if you have any more ideas, leave them in the comments down below, because I do read the comments. Yes, I see you. So, yeah, let me know, and I'll look into them.